What's up guys, TokuCraft here, and today I'm going to be talking about the brand new figure that I've made. This is going to be up on my website soon, so look out for it. Today I'm going to be going over its articulation, design, and why I think it's the best figure I've ever made, especially compared to the last blank figure I made. So before I can talk about what's cool about the new figure, I should talk about the old one, because I never got to reviewing this on the channel. So first, taking a quick look at it, 360, and just obvious things, it's very loose. Because there's no frame, the joint's not very well connected, so the old figures tend to get their joints disconnected a lot easier, making them extra loose. Pretty plain, of course. The head is also kind of lazily done on these. No sense of molding at all. Now to count how many points of articulation this guy has. See, that was not fun because every single part on this is loose, the joints are weak, and that's all I really have to say about it. If I shake it, parts are probably going to start flying. Here's the arm, usually it's the feet, and it's just not fun to play with. Overall, this figure still poses pretty well, but it's not fun to get it into these certain poses. A couple days ago, before recording this, it was able to stand on one leg, but it seemed to have just got looser over time, and I can't explain why. But overall, I could do better, and I did. So what can be so much better than this blank figure? The next blank figure. The blank figure version 3. I couldn't find the first one for this video, but enjoy the review for this one. This is the new blank figure. This took 2 templates to build and more than one day, which is more than I've been used to. You see, the other templates have been a lot easier to build and a lot quicker, but this took longer and it was worth it. Quick 360. I molded details with the paper using support pieces. While they can be better, I have a lot of areas to improve in. Like, I could raise everything a bit more, so I hope I can do that eventually in the future. Going over articulation next. So as you can see, that is a lot of articulation. Granted, there are more parts, like the separate muscle. By the way, the arm is now inside. Yeah, so this can swivel once you swivel it to keep anatomy. So this goes here. But it's being in the inside means I can make the frame thinner. Overall, I love the look of this. But it does have one big problem. This area. It's way too loose. Because I didn't think this design through, I can't make this area to connect very tight with the ball joint, or this is just gonna rip off. So with the new templates, I thought of a better idea. I make the part where the ball joint attaches a lot longer, so then it connects to this area and can wrap around to make this whole area one whole piece, and then cover it to make it look nice. He's a butt now. This will allow me to make this part very tight, so then it doesn't act so loose. Because that is the only problem out of this figure. Everything else is just perfect. He's down on one foot. We'll do it. That's nice. For some side-by-side comparisons, we have the knees, which now have kneecaps and are very well shaped. The feet, which have ball joints but have longer areas, so then the ball joints can actually be used instead of fall out. And the head. Not the face, but the head shape. Before I end this part of the review, I have to break this down to really show you guys. This breaks into 18 parts, which is slightly more than the other figures, which break into... Never mind, it felt like more. They break into the same amount of pieces, it looks like. I don't know how. Anyway, how many ball joints do we have here? The feet are ball jointed and much better because it's tighter. That's why they don't fall out as much as the other feet. And as you can see in the comparison part, it's a bit longer. So now you can actually utilize the ball joint without the foot falling out. I love that. Anyway, the feet are ball jointed. The whole section up top to connect the body are ball jointed with a little tube, which then has the torso or the stomach area covered around it. Connects these two. This connects the upper and lower body, essentially. The arms are ball jointed now. That's a big change. Before they just went into a tube, I bet obviously much bigger now. It would just go into the tube, sit like that, do this, and that. But now, with the ball joints, first of all, it's a very tight connection, which is great. Now you can get a bit more movement. Go back, forward. Oh, it's not perfect, but again, this is just the first. Or you can tilt it like that and get the arms all the way. Again, not perfect. Using the ball joint, you can get the arms very far in. And I love this. The head's ball jointed as usual. but I tried to make it so there was more space here, so then you can actually bend the head. Cause I've been adding ball joints, but they weren't utilized that well. And the hands are ball jointed, which again they've been ball jointed. That's nothing new. What's new is how they're ball jointed and the types of hands I've included. So here's this. These are the old hands. This was like a fist and a holding things hand. And this is just an open hand using the old body. Arm, you just put it in like that. As you can see, it doesn't even look good to begin with because the ball joint connects to the hand directly. This looks okay, like very simple looking, but then you can't actually use the ball joint that well. And also, when you do use the ball joint, it looks weird. With the new hand, there is a little tube in between the actual hand and the ball joint. So first of all, it feels amazing when you put it in. I didn't mean that. It fits in very nicely, and the ball joint actually works. In the template you get open hands, new holding things hands, that's a fist. I have to talk about these. I love these hands. Can't hold anything. So again, everything is on a ball joint and a tube. Yeah, these hands feel the most fragile though, so be careful when handling them. The thing with these holding things hands is that it's not just a tube, which means I don't need to split long weapons in half to plug into both sides of the hand. If I were to grab, let's say a longer weapon, or let's just, there we go. The Odra Caliber with the King's weapon attached, I would have to plug them into the hands separately, but now just open it up a bit, not too wide, and it just plugs in. It's not gonna fall out, which is great. And the last hand, something I haven't done for the templates, but I used to do, is a full-on fist hand. This one has more detail though, because it has the thumb. And this is pretty good too.
Overall, this is the figure. This is the figure that I'm most proud of, and this is the figure that I want to use as a base for future figures and the ideas. Obviously it's not perfect, but I have already started working on ways to solve its one issue. I'm excited to use this more often, but I will not be abandoning the old ones, as they all work hand in hand to improve my work. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. I know at the start of the video I said that the templates for this should release soon, but this video should release when the templates do, which means it's released now. Go check it out. Both templates will be in the description. For just $2, you can support my channel and have a pretty cool figure.